Tulsa, Oklahoma, home to the Tulsa Golden Hurricane in Skelly Field, where the fans have gathered and they are ready to see those Hurricanes gather some strength. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the BYU Cougars, taking on a team from the ACC, the Tulsa Golden Hurricane. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Tulsa will kick off and we'll get this game started. Here he comes with the return. He's not going to make it to the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 17. Line gets set, first down. To the ground with the back. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Afterburners coming. The 30, the 20. Touchdown Cougars! And once he got loose, it was all over.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. First down here for the offense. Quarterback will audible. Trying to seal the edge on the right. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Tulsa wasting no time. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat. And the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And he makes the catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Tulsa! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
And that is the first passing touchdown, first of many of the season for this offense. Nice drive by the offense. Way to finish it, take care of the football, make some plays in the passing game. This offense looks like they're going to be a really hard one to stop.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for the big return there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 28. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
They're looking for an advantage to the right. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. They'll line up for a second down play. Looks as if he's going to run it. Strong, firm tackle. Will they keep it on the ground again here on third down? They'll try to pick up the first through the air. it inside the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, BYU! That was just as simple as playing catch in warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field, throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter, and I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. We saw a great example of it right there.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. We'll get another look at this Tulsa offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Line getting set on second down. They'll toss it to the outside on the left. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
For a short yardage situation, they decide to go with the toss play. A nice job up front, getting a little bit of push. That's all they needed to get that first.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the right. He's got it. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. The quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Tulsa comes to the line with a 1st and 10. Fast motion from the offense. With jet sweep pass. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Here comes the hurry up. One of the offshoots of expansion, particularly in the Big Ten, was how viable could the ACC remain, and it just sort of ramps up the stakes when they meet on the field.
Yeah, I think all of this conference realignment, all the money talk, the loss of rivalries, but it's the haves and the have-nots. And let's be honest, the SEC and the Big Ten are the big two gorillas, right? Anytime you can make a statement and dent these two big powerhouse conferences, go do it.
I think the ACC, too, is going to play with a chip on his shoulder. Back in conference realignment, it was the best 4 programs from the Pac-12 that all chose the Big Ten and not the ACC, so this one will be interesting.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. Trying to get the corner. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And now on 2nd down for this offense. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 2nd down, he'll fire. He's got his man. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Defense a little too eager. That's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. Tulsa will come to the line on 1st and goal. Hand off from the shotgun. Not a lot going on there. Picked up a couple. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Golden Hurricane. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, it's a final now and one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable top 25 clash. Texas pulled out the victory on a day they clearly did not have their best. And that's a testament to those players there in Austin. That winning gene, I really believe it's a thing. Always interesting to see ranked teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Find some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Still running at the 40. He's off to the races. Past the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, BYU!
Offensive line, give me a crack. I'll do the rest. How about the Jets, the speed? He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Number 17, set to kick this one away.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The Golden Hurricane offense comes back onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and
lays out, gives up his body, and makes the grab on the right side.
Well, this guy came ready to play today, man. That is an unbelievable diving catch. He has been unstoppable today. Over 100 yards receiving already. Doesn't matter where he lines up. But if you're going to make catches like that, you're going to get a lot of throws coming your way. We've still got a lot of football to go, guys.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, BYU 21, Tulsa 14.
2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. Quarterback checking the play. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Quickly complete. Runs through a tackle. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. Tulsa wasting no time.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Trying to turn the corner on the left. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got an open man. Can anyone catch him? Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up first and goal.
First and goal, Tulsa.
Go straight ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tulsa. Boy, we've got offenses just flat getting it done. I wonder how the defenses are going to counter all of this firepower.
They are too, Reese. They're wondering how they're going to counter this. Offenses have seen the explosion. It's so hard, so much speed, and such effort like that. Offenses just, they got the upper hand.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19.
First and 10.
The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Quarterback moving. Lets it fly. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Firing to the right, complete. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those third down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this fourth down. Quarterback keeper. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Yeah, I like it. I like the confidence of the coaches. When you're an offensive coach, you got to be aggressive nowadays. And going for it in your own territory, it used to be, no, you can't do that. Now, everybody's like, you know what? Analytically, that makes sense.
From the gun, the ground game.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They think there's room to run to the right here. Slips one guy, now he's loose. Open runway ahead. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Cougars.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put together an 81-yard drive, and that is how you finish with a 54-yard touchdown run. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. We'll get another look at this Tulsa offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands, and the defense better do something different.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Lets it fly. And it's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Man, teams that play cover one at an elite level have an elite guy in the middle of the field that he's playing zone, everybody else playing man, and he can cover so much ground. You watch him run, breaks on the football when he needs to, goes and makes the big interception.
And they get the sack just like that.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on 1st down. He's looking to throw. Working that left side now. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
On 3rd down, going up top. He's going to fire deep. Touchdown, Cougar! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Number 85.
And after starting the season 0-1, this offense felt like they just left plays on the field in that first game. But so far today, they're taking advantage. QB's making good decisions. Guys are stepping up. They've limited the mental mistakes. They haven't turned the football over. It's a different-looking offense here in Game 2.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The Golden Hurricane offense comes back onto the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Dances away to buy time. At the 35, he's got room. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a 1st down? Just really hard to stop from a defensive perspective.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Lost one deep down the right side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Hit as he throws. And that pass intercepted. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, BYU! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
21.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. we'll get another look at this Tulsa offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
He's open on the right. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Going up top on first down. Fires downfield. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Takes a hit as he fires. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires it down the seam. Finds a man in the middle. Touchdown, Golden Hurricane. Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land. And the extra point is good. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish things off with a scoring toss from the 33. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Steps away. He fires it out to the right. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. He's loose. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, BYU!
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Trying to find his man on first down. He's going to run it. At the 35, he's loose. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
BYU 49, Tulsa 28.
BYU about to kick it off to open the second half. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The Golden Hurricane offense comes back onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
At the 35, he's open. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Nice scramble, unbelievable job after dropping back to pass and understanding the situation, and a nice heads-up play. Slide. Live to fight another down. Don't try to make a bigger play and run through somebody big and get yourself hurt.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. And this senior quarterback a little too bold there, and he's lucky he didn't get picked off throwing into double coverage. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Got out of trouble and throws. And that's a mistake you don't expect to see from a senior, and he is lucky to get it back.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy has had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
That is a good omen for this defense. They were getting lit up in the first half. They knew something had to change. So to set the tone like this early on their opening drive of the 3rd quarter and get a stop on 3rd, that should really help their confidence.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Three straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 4th down, trying to find his man. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Got room on the return. And he's going to take it all the way.